All right. Back again. Man with the plan, the host with the most, Mighty J.O.E. with another installment of In the Days of Hip Hop. Uh, this time I want to touch on a few subjects. I'm quite sure, man. I'm late on it, but I know you already know like the Pooh Shiesty thing, and also a little bit on Lil Durk, man, and what y'all think about these dudes, man, putting themselves, they got the world in their hand and then just allegedly do some ill-advised shit like this, man. Well, with Pooh Shiesty, we ain't even gotta say allegedly, man, 'cause I haven't seen it, but I heard they got that, they filmed that shit themselves, so that's some wild shit, man. But I just want to know what y'all think. But before we kick it off, man, please like and please subscribe to the channel. Like I say, man, just the beginning. We're gonna get bigger and better. And like I say, please like and please subscribe, man. And all right, here we go. But for us, Pooh Shiesty, man, this dude just did like what 4 or 5 years in federal prison just to get out, to turn around and pull this shit and go back. And the crazy thing about it, man, I understand if all he had to do was just go through the proper channel, man. It was a better way to getting out the deal, because really, he signed the Gucci Man, and I think the parent company is Atlantic. So instead of just going to Atlantic and trying to see could they work out a deal with Gucci and getting him off of there. I mean, I'm quite sure they had to get him something, but he could have got off there, man, the legal way, the right way. But I think it was more than that. I think like how everybody said, he probably wanted to sign with CMG, but still it was still it was still a better and a legal way to do it, man. You was gonna have to pay some bread, but still, man, still, it's just he don't have the right people around him, because that was some real ill-advised bullshit he pulled. I don't get that one, man. I mean, that was really dumb, man, really dumb. And then the shit was invalid anyway, because it wasn't. They went to Staples or somewhere, had some shit copied up. It wasn't even no real contract, man. So that shit wasn't gonna be honored no way, man. That shit was boo boo anyhow. So I don't even know what they was thinking about that. But if he get convicted on this one, man, they gonna hide him for a while, because he was able to do the 5 and still come back, and people were still checking out for him. But after this one, man, this shit is a wrap. And what kind of daddy you have? This motherfucker was with him. So like this dude is surrounded by a whole bunch of idiots, man. This shit, you can't even make this bullshit up, man. And I was just hearing today, it was saying, like, I guess this probably, if this true, I know this definitely set him off. They were saying allegedly, while he was locked up, Gucci made damn near like 20 million off of him. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. So that's why I'm saying allegedly. So, but still, man, it was a better way to handle that. I get it, you wanted to get off, but and that's why I said sometimes, man, it's not good. These record deals already be a lot of times be fucked up, but it's kind of difficult when you sign in to somebody else, especially like a rapper, man. A lot of times that shit do not work, man. I mean, history always repeats itself. Every time you see a lot of these cats signed to another rapper, that shit do not end good, man. They don't. I don't know whether sometimes these rappers get jealous or sometimes I don't think they want the artists to be bigger than them, but it always end up a shit show, man, because basically they like the middleman. That whatever they label is called, the name of it, they just the imprint, especially if you sign to a major label. You got distribution there, you sign to Atlantic / 1017 or what have you. 1017 is just an imprint, man. But Gucci gets his cut out of it. So that's just a extra. It trickles down to you, whatever's made. But man, that shit is a lot of times in the long run that shit don't end up good, man, because they could stall you out just like record companies do, man, and just kill you, and have you an old fucked up contract, man. You can't really make no moves, So that's what I'm saying, man. These young artists, they gotta be careful about doing that, man. That shit was going on even back in my days when I was, when I was young. You hear about that shit, man. Like shit, a whole bunch of it's a cycle. Like Ice Cube had Lynch Mob Records. Man, you can't name. Just go back in history and see what happened to them guys. All that shit ended up bad, man. The same bullshit. He had Cam, Caution, KD. It was some old, man. But you hear about this shit all the time, man. We've been hearing about this shit from way back when. Artists been doing that. So, but that's just an example. They never really go anywhere being signed to a rapper, man. There's always issues somewhere, always. So, like these up and coming artists, man, they gotta be aware of that, man. That shit seemed good at the time, but I think I give a shout out to Young Gotti, man. It seemed like for the most part, I guess he be handling his business well. It seemed like out of most of the recent rappers, he's had a lot of success, man. Signing artists. Who else? Yeah, I think he's like the most successful for CMG. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, just look, go back to time, even Rick Ross, Maybach, gunplay and torture and resting guys. I mean, he had Wale and Meek Mill, but I almost don't even count them niggas because them niggas was already ready to go. When he found them, like Wale had already had an album out. So they had their own motion, they had their own traction, man. Meek was on fire in the streets of Philly. So, and I think he was fucking with T.I. too. So yeah, them niggas was already, them niggas was ready, primed and ready. But man, he had other artists, Rocky Fresh, Styley, Fat Trail, I think Peel. It's a few more, man, but yeah, all that shit they just went by the wayside, man. Not to say that I know every artist don't make it. Not to say they weren't talented, which they were. All them guys I named, I liked all them dudes, but man, I just think, man, it just depends on It just depends on that situation. The label. I just think, man, he never pushed those guys and or never gave them their fair shake. Like when they was making the compilation album, you know, you might have seen them maybe on one posse cut or something like that. But other than that, man, they never really got a chance to be exposed to the world like they could have, man, or push. So, you know, that's why I say, man, fucking with these rappers, man, it could be, it's good if they co-sign, but it could be good. But when you sign to them, that's kind of like a whole nother story in itself, man, you know. But I just said that to say, you know, this young man might have just threw all that shit away, man, with this last incident with this robbery shit, man. You know, which he was gonna go back to prison anyway, but they said he hadn't been violating since day one, because he was fucking around with a probation officer or some shit like that. So, but when you had this robbery and kidnapping shit, that's a whole another ball game. So, man, Buddy might be through on this one, but what can you say? That's just some shit he caused on himself, man, at the end of the day. And same thing with Lil Durk, man. You know, you doing well, man, making moves, and I guess you just had this thing in your head. You was gonna make sure you was gonna slide for your partner, man, but now they getting, you know, receipts back, plane tickets, and all this bullshit, man, leading back to right back to who? OTF. Who is OTF? That nigga there. So, you know, man, it's just, you know, now they trying to get everybody's cases not on the same case, man. This man had it all, and just gonna piss it down the drain, trying to slide for your man. But you know, it's like, that's why I say it's really no line these days between street and entertainment. It's like, really, these street niggas is crossed over into entertainment, man, and bringing the bullshit with them. And that's basically what it is, man. Because you know, a lot of these kids, man, you hoping for a better life to escape that shit, not to keep doing the bullshit. But that's how it is in this new wave, man. These cats could give two fucks about what they doing out there. You know, you supposed to be touring, making money, providing for your family, and you know, and you're doing it the legal way. But at the same time, man, you still got niggas on the streets, and they doing all kind of bullshit. All that shit is gonna lead back to you. That's how they indict these cats now. Because you can't, if you one way, you one place, your people's another place doing whatever. You got 20 motherfuckers with OTF chains and stuff still ripping and running the streets. All that shit is really a reflection of you. Whether you asking them to do this shit or not, but if they out there selling dope, robbing and shooting motherfuckers, man, that's a recipe for destruction right there for everybody. When they start rapping these motherfuckers, coming by scooping up these motherfuckers, all that shit gonna lead back to numero uno, number one, the head honcho of the organization. And it's not the record label, is they call it now, no record label is a fucking game, you know what I'm saying? So, man, to all these young rappers, man, y'all, man, we're gonna be in the streets, man, be in them. But if you get a chance to make it, man, get out them motherfuckers and do the right thing. But you know, I guess for a lot of them, it's easier said than done, man. But this shit is just lately, rap and violence, man. This shit is I guess it's always been in it, but this shit is last 15 years. This shit is at an all-time high, man. You know, these young cats been getting killed left and right, man. So it's just really out of control, man. But I mean, you know, we had, like I say, back in the day, man, rappers talked about shooting and robbing and killing, but you know, they weren't out there doing it, or maybe they done it before they started, but after then, all that shit was just in the past, man. It's just like they were just really just telling you what was going on where they were from. But these days, these motherfuckers are actually living it, man. And this shit is crazy, man. You know, and they proud about smoking a motherfucker and getting high and all that bullshit there. But man, that's just what it is in these days and times, man. You know. But like you say, man, yeah, when you hear a rapper today talking about they done killed somebody, yeah, you down there take that shit as face value, man. It probably happened. You know, they really be self-snitching on themselves, you know. And that's even crazy to me, you know, but it is what it is. But we're gonna definitely stay tuned and see what happened in both cases. And like I said, man, please like, please subscribe, and once we get up and going, man, I definitely appreciate all the love and anybody that take time out to watch this channel. And like I say, we'll have the store coming up and have merch and things of that nature. So be on the lookout. Once again, please like, please subscribe, and until next time, peace.